communicate with President-elect Trump and have communicated with him, will you express concern about mass deportations in the city?
My concern is one concern, that we keep tinkering around the edges. We keep having this philosophical conversation about it. The voters communicated loudly and clearly. We have a broken immigration system. It needs to be fixed. That's the only conversation I want. It's broken. It needs to be fixed. And New York City was devastated by that broken system. 220,000 migrants and asylum seekers have made their way here. No financial assistance from the administration. I think it was about $200 and something million with billions of dollars we had to pay for. I don't want to see that happen again. I don't want what's taking place in Chicago and Denver, Los Angeles, Houston. I don't want to see it take place again. Let's fix our immigration system. Anything other than that, I'm not interested in that conversation. We have a broken system. I talked about this in 2022, just as I talked about violence in 2021, and voters made this the top of their list. The top of their list. When I was talking about it, everyone was being dismissive of me, and voters said, this is a problem. And if we don't have a conversation about fixing the system, everything else is just being philosophical and theoretical, and I'm just not going to engage in that. Let's fix the system.
To be clear, sir, are you saying leave people here alone, focus on the system, or are you not even engaging on what might happen in the city and just focus on the system fix? So I understand your
Well, part of it is we need to either pick up the cost. Cities should not be dealing with a national problem. We need to pick up the course. And there are those here, I've said this more than once, there are those here who are repeated offenders. We need to address that. You don't come to our city and our country and commit violence acts on innocent people.
Well, do you think that they will happen here?
We're going to do everything possible to make sure that people are treated in a dignity and humane way that we've done for these last few years.
Okay, so then my question is, how can migrant New Yorkers be sure that they won't happen here, given that ICE can make arrests in New York City without police cooperation? And then the second question is, why should New Yorkers, including migrant New Yorkers, trust that you will advocate for them with the new Trump administration, given that you have a personal stake in winning the president's favor?
Okay, a couple of things. Do you think every New Yorker believes there should not or should be mass deportation? Do you believe every New Yorker believes that?
No, but you have said you don't think there should be.
Yeah, but you said, how can I advocate for New Yorkers? So I should only advocate for one type of New Yorker or all New Yorkers?
Damn.
Well, that's tough. I don't think you can advocate.
Why am I starting to like this guy?
Okay, so which New Yorker I shouldn't advocate for? The ones that agree with you or disagree with you?
Well, if you believe there should be no mass deportations, how can people believe that you will advocate for that with
Why am I starting to like this guy?
But you set up a question. This is very interesting, the question you set up. So there's certain New Yorkers I shouldn't advocate for?
I'm not sure that was my question. My question was, why should New Yorkers trust that you will advocate for them with the administration?
Let's go back again. There's some New Yorkers, there are people who stop me on the street and says, I voted for the president and I believe there should be mass deportation. There are people stop me on the street and say, I believe it shouldn't be mass deportation. So what one needs to do is have the ability to sit people in the room and come up with real solutions. That's what I've been doing for 3 years. And so for you to state I'm trying to cover someone's favor when this is what I've been talking about since the beginning of my administration, that we've been in this problem, and even prior to that, I've been an advocate to deal with immigration issues. So this is not about trying to get anyone favor. This is about making sure we treat this city and the residents of the city in a humane way, and that I listen to both sides. That's the difference between being a mayor and someone who could just give opinions. I got to listen to all New Yorkers, not just the one I agree with or disagree with.
Why am I starting to like New York's Mayor Eric Adams, dude? What the heck is going on? He is now going out saying that there is a problem in New York with a migration problem, and he don't want it to get like Chicago. I don't know if you guys seen it yet. You need to check out the Venezuela-Chicago documentary that I filmed. It's bad out there. It's bad. And it's only getting worse. You see what's happening out in Colorado. And now that we see New York Mayor Eric Adams speak out against it, it tells us one thing, that yes, we are leaning towards more of a conservative country. I know I'm beating a dead horse to death. I'm sorry to have to keep saying that, but I need to let people know that we are moving towards a conservative America. But most importantly, it does confirm that he was backstabbed by his party. His party's trying to get rid of him. His party pressed charges on him. And I do believe Mayor Eric Adams is expecting, or at least hoping and praying for an opportunity to work with President Trump, because Trump has shouted him out and alluded to his party betraying him. Same way as Bernie Sanders did. Mayor Eric Adams can see, as a black man, that they don't really care about us. They'll use us for a political position, won't really give us the abilities to make changes on our communities, because it has to represent liberal ideologies and liberal policy. And once we get in the positions of power, we find out there's no way our people could benefit off the crap they give us to serve. So it gets to the point where you either have to decide, are you willing to lose your 5-course meal in order to stop feeding the people slop? Or is the food that you eating good enough to continue to starve the masses? And it looks like Mayor Eric Adams has decided to join in on the slop crowd, which is a good thing. He's choosing us versus them. We're going to see more problems in New York, what I'm talking about politically, from the inside out, because if he was to implement these things, you guys got to understand, the main problem with politics that keep our country completely stagnant is the fact that if liberals do come up with a good idea, conservatives can't really embrace it. If conservatives come up with a great idea, liberals can't really embrace it. It was even proven the Libertarian Party at one time introduced a bill and sent it to Republicans, telling them it came from the Republicans. Sent the same bill to Democrats and said it came from Democrats. Would you believe it? It's crazy that the Republicans didn't sign it when they thought it came from Democrats. Democrats didn't sign it when they thought it came from Republicans. But both parties signed the bill, the proposed bill, when they thought it came from their own party. Now, to me, that is a big problem. And it stresses the problem with America as a whole. It's more about party loyalty than loyalty to our country. And maybe Eric Adams, RFK Jr., Donald J. Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, maybe these individuals are helping us get to a point where we are more center aligned in America. Maybe it'll get to the point where it's bigger than politics, where it's about our country again. Maybe we get to the point where if someone advocates for something that someone else advocates for, it doesn't have to be officially titled a team on YouTube, because it'll be a norm of us working together. Hopefully we get to that point. It looks like Eric Adams is leading the way. President Trump is ready to lead with them. As an American, I'm telling you what, I'm tired of hating division. I welcome Eric Adams to our team. I'm serious. I'm tired of division. It's time for us to love our one another. I miss loving liberals. Yeah, I mean, it is good to go back and forth, but I miss us being united. What makes America so special is the fact that we have separate states. It's called the United States. Although we separate and have separate countries, we unite. And it's time to unite again. Let's make the name true. United States. I hate to sound so corny, but I like seeing stuff like this. We're getting very close to where we need to be. But where you need to be is liking, commenting, subscribing, and most importantly, clicking the notification bell so you can stay updated. I'm flying out to Las Vegas tomorrow for a very special show. All of you guys will know who it is when it's posted. Super excited for that one. And coming off the Fox News, it's a great run. So see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can maintain high expectations and continue to raise them. Thank you.